Hey Forkers! So what are we doing today? We're gonna make some cheddar cheese out of cashews and whatnot. But first, the first thing we have to do is make something called Rejuvelac. Rejuvelac is the liquid. It's, how we make it, you can use wheat berries or you can use quinoa. Quinoa is a bit faster. So we take our quinoa, and we take a half a cup of it. We're gonna put it in a mason jar. Oh shit. I made a giant mess. Look at that, that's the way to do it. I'm gonna put a little bit more in since I spilled a ton. Whoops. So now we have to fill this with water. And what's gonna happen is we're gonna let this sit for about 12 hours. And then we're gonna drain it. Let it sit for another 12 hours. We're gonna use a cheesecloth to drain it. We're gonna do that 2 or 3 times over the first 24 hours. And just really let it, it's gonna start to sprout around that time. And so once that happens, we're going to then drain it one more time, get all the crappy liquids off, and then we're gonna put it back in the water and put it somewhere dark, in a cupboard or whatnot that's not getting any sunlight. Sounds like I'm peeing. I'm not. And then we're going to leave it in the darkness for 2 or 3 days until there's like this cloudy thing going on. And then we have our Rejuvelac, and then we can start the next stage of making this cheese. So I'm not going to show you all that kind of stuff because it's boring watching me drain. We'll come back in a bit once this stuff takes some time to go. The good thing is once you've made this Rejuvelac once, you can keep on making more of it by just adding more water. So this step sucks and it's a pain in the ass. But once you've got this Rejuvelac, it's really easy to make more from it, from the quinoa once it's sprouted. So that's the good thing, is if you like this cheese recipe, you can kind of keep on making it. It's a gift that keeps on giving once you've done the first process once. Welcome back. So here it is. It's cloudy and looks gross, but it's not. It's good. So you can take this quinoa now that it's sprouted and you can either make more Rejuvelac, or you could put it in a salad or cook it and eat it any way you want to. It's really good to sprout your grains and eat them that way. It makes them extra nutritious and healthy and shit. So now what we have to do is we have to take this, we have to add in the cashews, a cup of cashews, a little bit of salt, about a teaspoon, 3 tablespoons of nutritional yeast, 2 tablespoons of miso. We're gonna put that in a blender until smooth, and then we're going to put this into a clean jar and cover it with a lid and let it sit in a room for like 1 to 2 days until the mixture's thickened. Alright, so we got this stuff. It needs to go in the fridge for 2 to 3 days until it's tangy and it's got some bubbles and whatnot in it. And then we do our last step. So I told you guys this takes some time, but it's worth it. So we got our mixture here. As you can see, there's little air bubbles in it. All the things it's supposed to be. It's got a tangy smell to it. So now we do the next step. We have to put a half a cup of water into a saucepan with this thing called agar powder. It's kind of like a seaweed type thing. You can get this in bulk stores, health food stores. It might be a little hard to find. Worst case, I'm sure you can find it online. Amazon probably sells it. So you get the half a cup of water in the saucepan going. Throw the agar powder in, you whisk it up. Cover the pot with a lid and bring to a simmer over low heat. You're not supposed to peak for 3 to 4 minutes, and this is very important because it's going to seem like it's solidifying at first, but it becomes the liquid again. So just put that cover on, set the timer, and walk the fuck away for a minute. So when the agar is fully dissolved, now we're going to put our mixture in. And we got to stir that shit up quick. While that's happening, put in 2 tablespoons of water with 2 tablespoons of tapioca starch and let that dissolve. And once it is, put it into the mixture and stir that up as well. Now you're going to keep on cooking this and stirring it until it's kind of stretchy and shiny. Then once that's done, we're going to put it into a glass container, put it in the fridge, and let it set for like at least 4 hours. Alright, so we took the cheese out of the fridge, and this is what it looks like. That's how it looks. That'll keep for 2 to 3 weeks. Wrap it up in wax paper. It says it's melty, so you could try putting it on stuff and melting it, like try making grilled cheese. We tend to just put it on crackers and as like a spread on sandwiches, but we like it. It's pretty tasty. Let me know what you think.